all the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
NOLCOM urges remaining communist terrorists to surrender following successful operation. Negros Occidental declares its 43 barangays insurgency-free. Malacanang holds concert for healthcare workers. Rescued Filipino fishermen from Bajo de Masinloc explosion arrive in Subic. Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Monday, July 1, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our stories, the Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines has called for the peaceful surrender of the remaining members of the communist terrorist group. This appeal came after a major operation last June 26, where troops neutralized several members of the Committee Rehiyong Gitnang Luzon in an armed encounter. NOLCOM emphasized the government's readiness to help them reintegrate into mainstream society. Moreover, the command remains committed in dismantling terrorist networks and maintaining security in Nueva Ecija and surrounding regions.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
43 barangays in Negros Occidental have been declared free from communist insurgents. According to the announcement of Governor Eugenio Jose Lacson, each barangay is proposed to receive 10 million pesos in infrastructure projects under the Department of the Interior Local Government Support to Barangay Development Program. The total proposed budget for these projects amount to 430 million pesos. The SBDP, part of the National Task Force on Local Communist Armed Conflict, represents the government's comprehensive approach in combating insurgency through development and infrastructure support.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now let us hear from our reporter on the ground for more updates about 14th IB receives UHD television set from Pacific at Balogan City Branch. Go for the details, Jai.
Yes, Rofh, the 14th Infantry Avenger Battalion received a UHD television set donation from Philippine Army Finance Center Producers Integrated Cooperative Catbalogan City Branch in a donation ceremony at its headquarters in Barangay Uguis. The said initiative demonstrated the commitment of Pacific in supporting the military community. Branch head Mr. Philip Luminoque, MBA, expressed his gratitude for the opportunity to support the battalion. The donation is expected to provide entertainment and boost the morale of the troops stationed at headquarters 14th IB. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The National Task Force on Local Communist Armed Conflict has renewed his call for remaining members of the Communist Party of the Philippines and is armed with the New People's Army to abandon their armed struggle. Anti-FLCAC Undersecretary Ernesto Torres Jr., the executive director of the made the appeal following a recent clash between NPA rebels and soldiers in Pantabangan, Nueva Ecija, resulting in the deaths of 10 rebels last week. He emphasized that each one must strengthen the support to barangay development and continue empowering NPA-free barangays with sustainable development and livelihood projects. He also extended an invitation to rebels to avail themselves of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s amnesty program to avoid further conflict.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines has confirmed plans to adjust the rotation resupply mission at BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal, West Philippine Sea. This decision followed an incident last June 17, 2024, where the China Coast Guard exhibited illegal and aggressive actions in the area. According to AFP spokesperson Colonel Francel Margaret Padilla, there will be changes in their approach to prevent similar incidents. The AFP has also laid out contingency measures and conducted thorough studies to ensure the success of the mission. Moreover, AFP is closely coordinating with the Philippine Coast Guard and the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources for ongoing maritime patrols to protect Filipino fishermen.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear an update from Jimboy regarding second ID. CVHR Association conducts 9th Lapis at Papel project in Quezon.
The 2nd Infantry Jungle Fighter Division Civilian Human Resource Association successfully carried out the 9 Lapis at Papel Project 28 at Patrol Base Saddle, Barangay Tanawan, Real, Quezon. The initiative aimed to support the educational need of POGO active auxiliary dependent across various patrol bases in the same province. During the event, CHRA distributed initial school supplies including notebook, pens, and pencil, as well as face masks to ensure the safety and health of the recipient. This project highlights the commitment of Second ID, Civilian Human Resource Association, in fostering the well-being and development of the families of military personnel. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jimboy.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Leaders and members of the Bukidnon Fellowship of Congregational Churches have denounced what they describe as deception, manipulation, and infiltration by communist groups into their churches across the province. Thousands of BFCC members gathered at the Valencia City Gym to showcase their unity and unwavering faith, reaffirming their commitment to community service. Reverend Jennifer Santillas Castellano, the administrative pastor of the United Church of Christ in the Philippines, Valencia City, Bukidnon, stated that the inception of BFCC is a concerted effort to uphold the principles of the UCCP, advocating for local church autonomy and rallying behind the 4 Rs: reclaim, restore, rebuild, and revive. Earlier this year in the said province, church leaders reportedly barred worshippers from UCCP, Liloan, Valencia, and padlocked the doors of UCCP Kawayan San Fernando, forcing congregants to worship elsewhere.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. honored the sacrifices and the dedication of Filipino healthcare workers last night. Malacanang transformed its lawns into a concert venue in its 4th Concerto sa Palasyo. The concert did not only showcase Filipino talents in singing and dancing, but also acknowledged outstanding Filipino nurses abroad. Several mobile health clinics were also distributed to local government units as part of the government's health program.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates, let us hear the details about AFP Medical Service celebrates 126th founding anniversary. Go ahead, Bay.
Yes, Rofh, the Armed Forces of the Philippines Medical Service marked its 126th founding anniversary with a ceremony at Tejeros Hall, Quezon City. The event celebrated advancements in modernizing AFP medical facilities and equipment and the enhanced skills of medical professionals serving AFP personnel and their families. Lieutenant General Charlton C. Gairlan, Deputy Chief of Staff AFP, was the guest of honor and speaker. He praised the dedication and achievements of the AFP Medical Service, highlighting its crucial role in maintaining the health and well-being of the military community. This is Beatrice reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Bea.
DWDD National News.
Chinese ships attempted to block the Philippine Coast Guard or PCG's rescue mission near Bajo de Masinloc. 2 Filipino fishermen were injured when the engine of their boats exploded 17 nautical miles southwest of Bajo de Masinloc recently. According to PCG spokesperson Rear Admiral Arman Balillo, BRP Sindangan was headed to rescue the fishermen when they received radio challenges. The Philippine vessel also encountered shadowing and initial blocking by the China Coast Guard and People's Army Liberation Army. Balillo said they only stopped shadowing our vessel when they were informed about the humanitarian mission.
DWDD National News.
For related news, two Filipino fishermen who were rescued from an explosion near Masinloc arrived at Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority Port in Zambales this morning. According to Philippine Coast Guard BRP Sindangan, safely arrived in Subic at around 4:45 a.m. PCG turned over the two injured fishermen of Filipino fishing boat Akiyo to the SBMA Public Health and Safety Department. They will be transported to the nearest hospital for further medical assistance.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming in about AFP strengthens Naval Reserve Force with 84 new graduates. Go on for the details, Beth.
Armed Forces of the Philippines is bolstering its Naval Reserve Force to enhance a nation and territorial defense and regional security development. AFP Chief of Staff Romeo Browner Jr. highlighted this initiative during the graduation of the latest batch of Basic Citizen Military Corps Class 0824 and the 0924 finishers at the Baguio Country Club. 84 new graduates successfully completed the training program and will join the Philippine Navy's Reserve Force in Northern Luzon. General Browner emphasized the importance of the robust reserve force, citing global conflict where reserve unit play a crucial role. This is Betanieta reporting for the AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Beth Daniet.
DWDD National News.
The Commission on Elections reiterated that they can disqualify candidates even without final judgment of conviction. According to COMELEC Chair George Garcia, once an official filed a certificate of candidacy, the Commission immediately conducts background checks in accordance with the Omnibus Election Code. He then asked the Congress to give the Commission the authority to implement more regulations and ask for more requirements for those who wish to run in the election. This is amid the issue of suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo.
DWDD National News.
Starting today, households will have to pay more for liquefied petroleum gas or LPG products. Petrol and Solane branded LPG will have a 55 centavo increase, while Regasco LPG also hiked prices by 55 centavos. The price adjustments reflected an increment of 5 peso to 5 peso and 50 centavos for a regular LPG tank.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From First ERG, let us hear more updates from Joanne. Go ahead, Joanne, for your news.
Basic Citizen Military Corps Class 0824 and Class 0924 under the 122nd Naval Reserve Squadron Philippine Navy of the Naval Forces Reserve Northern Luzon held a closing ceremony at Baguio Country Club, Baguio City on June 29, 2024. The closing program was attended by General Romeo S. Browner Jr., Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, Commander of the Northern Luzon Command, and Commodore Edward de Sagun, Philippine Navy, to mark the successful completion of the training program for the new graduates who demonstrated dedication and commitment throughout the course. General Romeo S. Browner Jr., who served as the guest of honor and speaker during the closing ceremony, emphasized the course role in fostering discipline and patriotism. He described the ceremony as a big boost to the country's defense posture as the AFP is in the face of developing the Philippines reserves. The graduates of the said program, who were 84 new members of the Naval Reserve, will join the Philippine Navy's Reserve Force base in Northern Luzon. The Basic Citizen Military Corps trains civilians in basic military skills and knowledge, preparing them for possible integration into the Reserve Force. This initiative strengthens the military's reserve capabilities and promotes a culture of preparedness and national service among the youth. This is Joanne Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Joanne, for reporting the 84 new graduates to be assigned in Naval Reserve Force in Northern Luzon.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, motorists will continue to pay more for petroleum products this week. Oil companies are set to raise fuel prices tomorrow, July 2, marking a third straight week of increases. Diesel will have a 50 to 60 centavo increase per liter, while kerosene prices are set to rise by 30 to 50 centavos a liter. Meanwhile, gasoline will increase by 95 centavos to 1 peso per liter.
DWDD National News.
The Land Transportation Office will begin the implementation of the No Plate, No Travel policy for tricycles in Quezon City. This is in compliance with the Section 18 of the Republic Act No. 4136, or the use of number plates. LTO Chief Vigor Mendoza said that the license plates should be clearly visible and properly attached to the tricycles. Mendoza warned that any tricycles found operating without a valid license plate would be apprehended. Fines and penalties would also be imposed on the driver and operator.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let's hear from Dudes about AFP launches West Philippine Sea Mulat cover photo to enhance awareness.
Yes, good afternoon, Rofh. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, led by Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr., proudly launched the WPS Mulat cover photo recently. This initiative signifies ongoing efforts to increase transparency, awareness, and strategic communication regarding the West Philippine Sea. General Browner emphasized the importance of safeguarding the maritime domain and educating Filipino citizens about the nation's sovereign rights. The launch aims to raise awareness and provide an informative visual representation of our seas, our rights, and our future in West Philippine Sea. This is Dudes reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines!
Thank you so much, Dudes.
DWDD National News.
Cybercrime cases saw an increase in the first quarter of 2024. The Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group reported 4,469 cybercrimes from January to March 2024, 31.84% more than the 3,668 incidents reported in the fourth quarter of 2023. According to PNP ICG Chief Major General Sidney Hernia, online selling scams topped the list of cybercrimes, followed investment scams and cases of debit credit card fraud. Hernia said that the cybercrime wave may be due to increased online activity and lack of public awareness.
DWDD National News.
The Bureau of Customs is asking overseas Filipino workers and their families to claim almost 300 remaining balikbayan boxes under its custody. These boxes were abandoned by forwarders after collecting the payments abroad. BOC Commissioner Bienvenido Rubio said the balikbayan boxes should reach its recipients as these were filed or filled with memories and valuable items. The list of unclaimed balikbayan boxes can be viewed on the BOC website.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For more updates, let us hear from Terrence regarding Congress urges POGO to disclose list of all POGOs.
Surigao del Norte's 1st District Representative and Dangerous Drugs Committee Chairman, Congressman Robert A. Barbers, urges POGO Chairman Alejandro Tenco to disclose the names of the legitimate POGOs given licenses and accreditation by the regulatory agency. At the same time, Barbers also asked Tenco to cooperate with Congress and make public all POGOs operating without licenses. Barbers made a call in light of Tenco's pronouncement that a former cabinet member lobbied and used his influence for the licensing of POGOs during the past administration. Barbers said that the POGOs, whether licensed, legitimate, or illegal, are nothing but fronts for criminal activities, ranging from money laundering, drug trafficking, human trafficking, protecting criminal syndicates engaged in murders, kidnapping, torture, rape, and up to engaging in POGO politics. POGOs are a curse that have to be taken out from our system. Barbers ended. This is Terence Mordeno Grande reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Terrence.
DWDD Double D National News.
For other national news, the World Bank approved funding support for 2 government projects designed to help ensure safe and resilient schools as well as strengthen economic recovery in the Philippines. In a report, the WB said that it has approved $500 million funding for the Infrastructure for Safer and Resilient Schools project. This aims to support the resilient recovery of disaster-affected schools in selected regions of the country. Meanwhile, WB has also approved the $750 million funding for the Philippines' second Sustainable Recovery Development Policy loan. This will increase the investment in public service sectors, attract private investment in public infrastructure, as well as promoting renewable energy and climate resilience.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng